Testing. 1, 2, 3. I think we're live. Okay, we're not live, but we're recording. Welcome back to the channel. Put Sage on It Barbecue. I'm in North Carolina, which is a barbecue mecca. I'm staying at a beautiful Airbnb, and we'll take a look at that as well. But I could not come here and not do some kind of a barbecue video. That said, this particular Airbnb has a gas grill. And you know, you're going to run into that place as you stay. That's going to be, I would say 99% of what you'll run into. You're not going to see an offset smoker at any Airbnb very typically. But like I always tell you guys, do not let a gas grill stop you from smoking meat. Now, I'm not going to use the gas grill to smoke meat. You can, but maybe that's another video, and that will be for my home. We're going to do this sort of, you've seen me do this before, primitive style, caveman, all natural, for lack of a better description. But anyway, as you see behind me, I have a fire pit at this Airbnb. So, I'm like the rest of you guys. I get in a little bit of a hurry sometimes. And when you do that, you got to end up backtracking. You know, I put a giant, huge log in here, just thought I would light it, you know, with a propane torch. And it's just not taking very well. You got to get back to building fire basics. I had to get some kindling, some little sticks put around it. But some of this overgrowth was kind of laying all around this, so I took the liberty to clean that back. One thing I do not want is a fire anywhere that I do not want a fire at an Airbnb. And I took some water and kind of just wet down the surrounding brush a little bit. The some of the beautiful overgrowth here. I won't say overgrowth, some of the beautiful flowers here. Let me show you the reason I say overgrowth is because they're very tall. Let's take a look at that very briefly. So this is what's over the fire pit, as you can see. Thus was my concern, and particularly this dried out stuff here. So, like I said, I cleaned around this as best I could to keep something from getting out of control, out of hand. So, we are going to do some barbecue. Now, you've seen me do something similar on the channel before. I did once before, I believe it was an English roast. And I remember telling you in that video that a chuck roast is what I wanted, and they just didn't have one at the store. Chuck roast has a little more fat content to it, more similar to brisket. So, I am going to cook a chuck roast over this open fire, or near this open fire, close enough to smoke it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not direct heat, but a little bit indirect. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to try to smoke a pineapple, because why not? I'm feeling tropical here. So here we are. Again, we're in North Carolina. We are in Hickory, North Carolina. And I'm staying at the Herman Tuttle House. You can look this up on Airbnb. We're having a wonderful time so far. It's very private. It's just what I needed. Let's take a look around. So this is the back side of the home, as you can see. So this is where you park out back. And like I say, it's got a private entrance here, right up the steps. So very nice private entryway. It's got a wonderful porch here you can sit on, and the aforementioned gas grill if you so desire. And again, I'm not a gas grill hater. Sometimes I want just straight up grilled food. But today is not that day. We're in North Carolina. We're going to try to do something special. It's getting late in the day. It's about 5 o'clock. You can enter the home here. Oh, sorry, this little selfie stick here is try to shorten it up. A little hard to control sometimes. Okay, so we got Washer and dryer here. Wonderful, beautiful. All right, a lovely kitchen. Beautiful. The room just ahead of you there is a bedroom. I'm not going to go in there particularly because Bryce is resting. He's had a long day. So he's laying down, but trust me, it is a spacious, wonderful bedroom. I love the cabinetry here is beautiful. I love this, this tin backsplash, if I can say it right. Kind of a decor that they went with here. Just really rustic. It's just beautiful. The floors are nice. Very nice tile floor. This is the bedroom, one of the bedrooms, one I'm sleeping in. Very nice. It is very private. As you can see, there is another dining room off to that area. There is the kitchen that we just came from. But it's got beautiful antique decor. This is as good as I felt like making my bed today. I'm on vacation, so don't judge me. Nice ensuite bathroom. Private for this room. It's actually 2 bedroom, 2 bath down here. So, very nice. Toilet, of course. Yes. So you can see that is the bathroom. Again, love just the touches, man. Beautiful antique looking. Hardwood floors throughout most of this place. You come in here and it's just, wow. It's a beautiful place. Really is. They got little dogs, the owners. And like I said, I love that. I kind of love when you can come in and they left their personal pictures in here. It's their home, so we treat it as such, of course. Beautiful, big, opening entryway. Again, we enter from the back. We could sit on this front porch if we wanted to, but we don't enter here. This light's what freaked me out the other night. I was hoping this place is haunted. You guys know how I feel about that. This light came on at I woke up at 2:30 and it was not on when I woke up. Or when I went to sleep, pardon me. It was not on when I went to sleep. It was total darkness. I woke up and this light was on. And I was like, how in the world? So I suspected some otherworldly. And I was telling some friends about it, and he's like, maybe it's on a timer. And I'm like, yeah, but for 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning, why? And he's like, oh, it could be. So I got to looking around, and they were right. So friends, you are smart. This is on a timer, so it does come on at a certain time. So if you stay here and you want ghosts, I don't mean to disappoint you, but that particularly was not a ghost. But who knows? There could be one here. This house is very old. This is like a dining room here. Personally, I'm not going to use this. Just don't have any need for it. Just me and Bryce here hanging out. Love the windows. So the owner is, he's a doctor. So, yeah, if you come and stay here, look at this. This is a historic house, 1914. So it's just beautiful, beautiful house. And again, I love the pictures. I love the personal touches. But yes, he's a doctor. And I think I read maybe a physician assistant with other degrees in substance abuse and other mental health disorders. But a very educated person. But he's just done a wonderful job. So I am telling you, I looked at other places, and I spent a little more for this place. It wasn't ridiculous, don't get me wrong. But I could have stayed other places. Almost did stay some other places that were, $100 cheaper, this or that. But you know what? I just spent $100 on a meal today that wasn't even that good. So an extra $100 to have all of this space, the beautiful decor, the privacy, you literally just can't beat it. I stayed at many Airbnbs, and I highly recommend coming here to the Herman Tuttle House in Hickory, North Carolina. So beautiful, 5 stars. We couldn't ask for more. Again, as much privacy as you would want. I think the family actually lives upstairs, but you wouldn't know it. You know, it's been very nice. It's been very quiet. But anyway, enough about this house. Let's get down to the barbecue. All right, so bear with me. I mean, the lighting's not the greatest in here, but we're going to work with what we got. This is a beautiful chuck roast. I simply just rinsed it off. So that also puts, you know, a little moisture on it. It was already moist, of course, coming out of the package, but I like to rinse that, you know, whatever's in the package. Like I've said 1,000 times, it's like draining your can of corn, adding fresh water. So, did a little rinse. I just, I'm not doing anything crazy. This is just a generic steak seasoning that I got from Aldi's. So, I did forget my gloves. I apologize. But I did wash my hands. So, there's that. As always, of course. So, I'm just going to put this on here. Just kind of rub it in just a little bit. Not trying to grind it in or anything crazy. Flip it over, same thing. Don't forget the sides. You can kind of cup your hand along the sides. It helps kind of hit the sides a little bit. Smells good. I mean, you can tell and you can see from the ingredients, you know, it's got just a little garlic in it. I'm not a huge garlic fan, but I don't mind a hint of garlic. You know, in certain dishes. I love garlic bread. But personally, outside of that, as long as it's not overbearing, or the kind of central flavor profile, I'm okay. This is a tender piece of meat. I can tell you, I'm afraid to flip it over. I will tell you that. I'm afraid it'll fall apart. It is, it's trying to fall apart. So I'm not going to play with this much more here. I'm going to tell you that right now. So this should come out good. So simple as that. I let this get up to room temperature. Just kind of sit here on the counter. And that's what helps that meat to be a little more pliable. A little softer. And, all right, let me scoop that out of the way. Let me lean down here and tell you a secret. I used a little bit of charcoal in the fire. I apologize. It just needed a little kickstart, but, you know, wood and charcoal don't threaten me with a good time. Let's put it on. Okay, I know what you guys are thinking. Sage, what are you doing? You're crazy. I'm scared. Well, listen, sometimes I get a little scared too, but you can't let that stop you from barbecuing. You got to be brave. You got to take risks. So I found this nice slotted heating pan here as one of the amenities of one of these places. No different than putting it in the oven. I put a little grapeseed oil on it and just kind of prop this up in the corner here. So we'll let that smoke keep rising. Let that heat do what the heat does. And you can kind of test. I don't even know if I'm in frame here, boy. But see, I'll get smoked out. Kind of watch the direction the smoke's going. That's kind of how you know where you're going to want to put your meat, obviously. So the wind's going this way. And you can put your hand up under there. Ooh, yeah, we're getting plenty of heat. I'm getting smoked out. I cannot do a tutorial from that side. But yeah, you can put your hand up under there. And if you can hold your hand there for about 15 seconds, then the heat's probably about 225 to 250. So we're pretty close. We're in the ballpark. So I'm gonna keep letting that chunk of wood kind of burn down there. And I can rotate the pan, I can rotate the meat. I've got options. As this starts to get a little more done on this side, I'll probably just kind of rotate the meat, honestly. I'll probably go all four sides with it. Just rotate around. And again, let that wood keep burning down, let that smoke keep rolling. Here in a little bit, sorry, I gotta get out of smoke again. Here shortly, I'm gonna put on, that'll be kind of last. I've got a pineapple. So I'm gonna do a smoked pineapple to go with this beautiful beef. Now look, I mean, this is primitive. When you do it this way, there's other setups. I just kind of used the scenario in which I'm presented with here. I could have put this on a stick. I could have bought some things, you know, you can do different things. But again, I just kind of went this direction. Now, yeah, like I'll admit there were some ants here, you know, when I got here. I mean, you have to consider that, but you also have to consider this is hot, you know, and ants not going to want to get around that as it heats up, particularly because that is getting hot. That'll burn you there. If I can't hold that edge of the pan there for a second. That heat will transfer. This whole thing will kill an ant that comes anywhere near it, let alone it won't get anywhere near the center of your food. And if it does, I mean, ants are considered a delicacy in some parts of the world. But yeah, I mean, your brick's going to get hot. The brick is hot. Brick's going to get hot. This is definitely going to get way too hot for you to worry about that. Now, you may have to worry about a stray dog coming up or something. But I don't really see any much danger of that here. So I'm going to let this keep roasting. And I'm going to put that pineapple in the freezer. Let that kind of cool down. So, all right. Hello. I always wanted to make an entrance like that, like those, you know, documentaries where people come from off camera and sit in a chair. But anyway, I got some Coca-Cola. I'm just going to let that smoke. And I have to tell you, you know, I'm down here in North Carolina because my son Bryce plays video games, and he met a young man who is graduating high school, or I should say has already graduated high school as of, well, yesterday. So congratulations to that young man. His name is Alex. Alex, thank you so much for inviting us down here. This young man was good enough to, again, he befriended my son. I mean, he calls and checks on him very regularly, which I very much appreciate. He's got a wonderful young lady, a girlfriend that he brought along as well, that we got to meet, and we attempted to fish. It was a disaster, I won't lie. I haven't done fishing in many years. I did a lot when I was younger. But as you guys know from the channel, I don't even like to eat fish, so that's why you're not seeing me cook it ever. I have no love for it, and I would do it injustice, quite honestly, for somebody who does love it. But I digress. Again, thank you, Alex. Thank you to his girlfriend as well. I don't want to get her name wrong. Ellie, maybe? Ellie? That could be totally wrong, and I apologize if it is. It takes me a while with names. If you're one of those people, too, you're in good company. I have to hear somebody's name like 50 times sometimes. Even Alex's name, I had to go like refresh myself on the bulletin from the graduation. I was like, Andrew A something. But anyway, thank you. They were wonderful. they were good enough to give us their entire day. And again, this young man graduated. It was his graduation day. And to spend the entire day. A part of it was with me. I kind of went my own way and came back early to the house. You know, I'm old. I can't hang with these young kids. And I wanted them to be able to spend some time together too. And they did, and he took my son to a drag strip, and Bryce just went on and on about it. And I'm going on and on about it because I'm grateful. Thank you for the invitation. All right, this has been cooking a couple of hours. I kind of just got to the point where, you know, it's getting there, it's working, but I wanted just a little bit more containment for that heat to kind of get the same amount of heat on the backside as I do the front to some degree. So I just put a little full tin over it, left it open there in the front. I mean, it's open on the bottom too, so it's going to get plenty of smoke. So that wood's heating up good. Working beautifully. Me and Bryce are watching Black Dynamite. I've never seen this movie. And we're like 5 minutes in and we're laughing hysterically. It's great. And it's really got me wanting to work on my Kung Fu. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I went ahead and brought this in. I smoked this to about a medium rare, which is what this would be. You know, 130 degrees roughly. So it just looks gorgeous. You can see that. I'm going to finish this in the oven. Told y'all I was going to use them headlights. Use what you got. Pineapple. Again, just want to let that gather some smoke. 30 minutes. You know, might do 15. Flip it over 15. And then just put it in the fridge. So I went ahead and pulled this chuck roast out of the oven. It temped at about 200 degrees. You can cook this up to 210. I don't want to get this like too tender because I'm going to kind of slice it like brisket, sort of. But so we've got the good smoke. Just finished it in the oven. Boy, it's heavy. I gotta sit it down. But now I've just got to let it rest. Sorry, this video will be super long, I'm afraid. But I got this off the smoker. Oh, it probably went about 40 minutes, honestly. You can see the color change there. So it did absorb some smoke on both sides, look like that. So I'm literally just going to pop that in the freezer. Or the refrigerator, not the freezer. Not the freezer. Okay, guys, I decided to finish strong. I just stayed up. I went ahead, I apologize for the lighting, but I went ahead and sliced this up. You can see the beautiful smoke ring on the edges of it. To wipe this juice up. Juice was just running off the plate. And again, sorry about the lighting. But you can see it looks a lot like brisket, right? Beautiful. Just beautiful. So it turned out really nice. Again, just keep checking the tenderness. You don't want this to get too tender if you're going to slice it like a brisket. You ever cooked one of these in a crock pot and it just got falling off the bone, so to speak? You don't want it to that level if you're going to slice it like this. Look how beautiful. Again, you can see the smoke. You can see the fat. That fat's delicious. And I grabbed me a piece of that smoked pineapple. Taste test. I mean, they call it poor man's brisket. See how moist that is, that fat. There you go. Mmm. Wow. Let's try the pineapple. Mm. Wow. Again, putting that back in the fridge, letting that get cold. I love cold pineapple, but that smoke hits you immediately. It's not overwhelming. Again, we didn't smoke it, but 30, 40 minutes. Mm. You can even take that, pair it with a piece of your poor man's brisket. Do a little taste test of them here together. Why not? Mm. There you have it, folks. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. Thank you so much for joining me here at the Herman Tuttle House in Hickory, North Carolina. We're so glad they had us as guests. We've had a wonderful time. Come and check this place out if you're ever down in the area. So that was our cook for today. Again, thank you for joining me. I am Sage. Put Sage on it barbecue. See you next time.